Hello, you're early. Let me get this soap out of my hair and I'll be right with you. Nothing like a good shower. Makes the world worth living again. Yep, you never know when you're going to need a good shower. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about a recirculating shower system. There's nothing quite like having a nice shower after running on a trail, riding your mountain bike, or just hiking through the woods. Being able to come back to your van and rinse off and cool off and get the dirt and grime from the day off of you before going to bed makes life a lot more enjoyable. In today's video and this next series of videos, I'm going to show you how to put a recirculating shower system in your own van. This system will allow you to use 5 gallons of water, recirculating it to have unlimited amount of water while you take your shower. That's actually quite a bit of water, and you'll have a nice clean shower for as long as you want. When you're done and it's time for the next person or the next couple days goes by and you want fresh water, with this system you'll be able to flip a switch, empty the dirty water, flip another switch, and refill your water system for the next shower or the next few days. Follow along and I'll show you each component that you'll need to complete the shower system and the complete plumbing system, including the sink and a reverse osmosis water system. This will be a step-by-step overview of the recirculating shower. To start off, the water tank. This is a 16-gallon water tank and will supply the fresh water for the entire van. There will be 3 of these 16-gallon water tanks. The reason for 3 separate 16-gallon water tanks is so that when they're full, they do not slosh the water around when the van is in motion. If I purchased a single tank, I would have to buy one with baffles inside to keep the water from sloshing around. It becomes more of a problem when the tanks are about, half empty. By purchasing 3 tanks and linking them together, it's much less expensive and provides me with kind of redundancy if I have a problem with one tank. You'll see here that I took a marine deck plate and installed it in one of the tanks. The other tanks won't have that. This marine deck plate is easily removed. I can even stick my hand in it. Provides a large 4-inch opening so that I can fill the tank up with a hose. Then we move down to the exit. You see this? That part right there will connect to the reverse osmosis water system, which will feed the sink with drinking water. Then the main line comes down into this electronic ball valve. The electronic ball valve turns on and allows water to flow into the tank for the shower system. Just for safety and maintenance, I've also installed a manual shutoff valve. Now, if you follow that hose around, all of this is 1/2-inch PEX piping. It comes to the other side of the van. This is where the heart of the recirculating shower is. The 1/2-inch PEX pipe connects to this 5-gallon tank, which is under this box. This entire area in the van will be underneath a seat. This 5-gallon tank then exits on this side and enters into a spin down filter, which is a very coarse filter to get large particles out of the water. Then it goes through this flexible pipe into this sea-flow pump. The pump must be connected with non-rigid flexible pipe because the vibrations after a time would cause a leak if you don't use flexible piping. Then it comes through another flexible piping into 2 filters. That flex piping is there so I can lift it out of the cabinet to replace the filters. The first filter is a sediment filter, and the second filter is a carbon filter. After it exits those 2 filters, it then goes through the flex piping, through this shutoff valve, into the UV sterilization. The UV sterilizer sterilizes the water, and then it is sent on to the large 4-gallon Bosch water heater. The water heater and the UV sterilizer are both 110 volt systems, which will have to be plugged into the inverter. From the UV sterilizer, it goes into the hot water tank, and one line of cold water goes directly up into the shower faucet lines, and I built my prototype shower stall, complete with shower head and on-off valve up there at the top. This is a completely working shower stall. I will admit I built this quickly out of the materials I had and didn't even buy a shower pan. I have used this shower stall many times, and it works quite well. I was a little concerned about the gallons per minute from the pump to make sure I had a strong enough stream of water, but it worked out very well. Now here's the important part. The drain is connected to this 10-gallon gray water tank. That gray water tank will be mounted underneath the van. The exit from that goes back around, is pumped through this pump back into the 5-gallon tank. So as you are showering, you have a continuous, unlimited amount of water. In total, your complete shower will constantly circulate 9 gallons of water. The hot water heater contains 4 gallons, and the tank under this box is 5 gallons. So that's 9 gallons altogether that recirculates. Now, when you're done and you want fresh water, that's simple. Now, you want to empty the water out of that gray tank. So to empty that water out of the gray tank, you turn on this electronic ball valve, which will allow the water to exit the van. In this case, the water is exiting my garage. When it's recirculating, it goes through this check valve that only allows the water to go in one direction. I also placed a manual shutoff valve, just in case for maintenance. When you want new water, you drain it, and then you just turn on this ball valve and allow the water to flow back into your 5-gallon tank. The whole system is very efficient and works very well. Now there's no pump to pump the water into your 5-gallon tank. You'll notice that the 16-gallon tank over here is larger and taller than the 5-gallon tank that is under this box. So when you open the valve, it'll just gravity feed and slowly fill that tank. Every tank in the van will have a vent tube. That vent tube, of course, will be higher than the tank itself, so it won't overflow. By using gravity feed to fill the shower tank, you will never run out of water for drinking, because once it reaches the same level as the shower tank, it won't fill the shower tank anymore. When I install these in the van, I will of course put in water level monitors so I can monitor the level of each tank and not have to manually open the tanks or look at them. Water filtration for the system starts in the shower stall itself. When I install the actual system inside the van, I will put in a drain which will also contain a trap to catch any type of hair or large debris from going into the gray tank. Because remember, whatever goes into the gray tank will be recirculated again through the shower system, and we don't want to clog our filters up too much. For now, we've been using this mat and putting it over the drain when we take our showers. And yes, I have used this system in my garage many times. I needed to give it a full test to be sure that this system is going to work